This class, I have taught you about what are the roles of individual in conservation of natural resources. So everybody should concern how to protect our environment, how to control the pollution, how to how to protect how to control the use and overuse or misuse of the natural resources, because day by day our natural resources um, uh, is getting finished due to day by day due to overuse. And we know that our population rate is also increasing, so we need our food production, and we also the demand of food is also increasing, the demand of fossil fuel is also increasing, energy is also increasing, and the land resources is also increasing. So we need to concern. So there are various points to uh, there are various points or there are various roles of individual in conservation of natural resources. So some of the important role of individuals in maintaining peace, harmony and equity in nature are: people should stop the overutilization of natural resources. And also everybody should take part in plantation and caring the plants. We should protect wildlife, mixed crop rotation and proper utilization of pesticides, uh, insecticides should be done. Then we should make habit for waste disposal, compose and to restore biodiversity. Local people should be educated for the protection and judicious use of natural resources. Balance should be maintained between the resource and the human needs. Lights, fans and other domestic appliances should be used only when needed. Rainwater harvesting systems should be installed in houses and colonies. We should recycle the waste and wastewater for agricultural purposes. The fossil fuel should be used only when any alternative source is not available. And also we need to find out the alternative source of energy. We must develop energy saving methods to avoid wastage of energy. Drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation should be used to improve irrigation efficiency and prevent soil erosion. And we have studied that due to over irrigation, the water logging and salinity also occurs. And what do you mean by water logging? Water logging means the excess amount of water present in the soil mass, and our trees roots get suffocate due to the lack of air or due to the heavy amount of water. So we need to control that. And salinity, the excess water evaporates from the ground, but the salt that are present in the soil mass, due to that salinity occurs, and that means salinity. So we need to control it, and we people have to uh, control the misuse of these natural resources, because we are the most educated organism, living organism in this world, and we are using it for our growth, development, and for our comfortness. So we need to concern about that. Okay. So our second chapter is over. That was our natural resources. So in this chapter, what we have studied? We have studied about the natural resources and what do you mean by the renewable resources and the non-renewable resources. Then the natural resources and what are the associated problems. Then we have studied about the forest resources, that and the types of forest in our India. Okay. Then what are the uses of forest resources, and what are the over exploitation of use and over exploitation of forest resources. Then we have studied about the deforestation, what are the causes of deforestation, what are the effects of deforestation, and what are the control measures of deforestation. And then timber extraction. Okay. Then also we have studied about the um, mining and what are the environmental effects of mining. Okay. Um, then what are the steps involved in the mining process? Then dams, and what are their effects of environmental effects of dams. Next we are switch to water resources. In that water resources we study the use and overutilization of surface and groundwaters. What do you mean by flood? What do you mean by droughts? What are the mm, benefits of dams and problems? Next we have studied about the mineral resources. What do you mean by minerals? What are the types of minerals? And what are the steps which are involved in the mining process? What are the environmental effects of mining? What are the mitigation process? Then um, what are the case studies? We have studied the cases. Then food resources. What is food? Why we need it? And what are the world food problems and why it happens? And what are the changes caused by agriculture and overgrazing? What are the effects of modern agriculture? And also the effects of fertilizers and pesticides problem and pesticides and fertilizers problems, and about the waterlogging and salinity. And then next we are going to switch about energy resources. So what is energy? What are the types of energy? That what is conventional or what is non-conventional source of energy? What is tidal energy? What is nuclear power, the alternate source of energy? And we also studied about the alternate source of energy, was our that is our nuclear power, tidal energy, ocean heat energy, hydrogen energy, uh, biogas. Okay. Then we switch to land resources, about land degradation, landslides, soil erosion, desertification, types of soil erosions, the various types of water erosion, that is our seat, reel and gully erosions. Then we are going to study about the formation of cover gas, how it forms, and what is the role of individual in conservation of natural resources. Okay, so in this total chapter, we have studied about the various resources: forest, water, mineral, food, energy, and land. And also we have studied about that, yeah, these resources are the non-renewable. Some of these resources are non-renewable resources, and some of are renewable resources. So we need to concern about that, because those resources which are not renewable, we cannot restore, or we cannot remake it, renew it in any way. So we have to be concerned about the resources, about the stocks. We need to find out the alternate sources of energy. And we know that about 90% of world's energy is depend upon the fossil fuels, but day by day the stock is degrading, so we have to concern about it. And global warming also occurs, temperatures also occurs, groundwater level is decreasing, deforestation occurs. We need to control the deforestation, and due to deforestation we are suffering a lot of problems, and without environment we cannot sustain in this world. So we need to respect our environment, we need to concern about our environment, and we also need to concern about our natural resources, otherwise it will finish a day, and we are going to suffer a lot of problems, because we are so much depends upon these natural resources. Okay, thank you. And our second chapter is over, and in the next class we are going to study about the third chapter, that is our ecosystem. Okay, thank you.